Freedom is collapsing. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Maj Toure Show. I am your host, Maj Toure. It is Monday, March the 30th of the year 2026. Want to welcome you all to the show. Shouts to everybody that tapped in yesterday for the 12-hour long stream. We did an amazing job. We chopped it up about a bunch of things. Terry, what's up? Y'all know the routine. Come in. Let me know where y'all watching from. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. The vast majority of you are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/MajToure. Let me know what city you're watching from. Let me know what platform you're watching from. If you're watching from X, hit the repost button. Share the space all over the place. And let me know what you guys are into. Wild Celt, what's up, brother? Guys, tonight, as you can see on the screen right here, on the share screen, it's going to be kind of like a condensed version of yesterday's 12-hour stream. You guys know we do the show, the Maj Toure Show, Monday through Friday. Saturday I was off, and Sunday I did the 12-hour stream. And we try to do a fundraising event. We said, hey, everybody tap in, share the space, yada, yada, yada. And we're going to talk about that. Super weapons, what's up? We're going to talk about that a little bit, but tonight's going to be a culmination of the lessons that I got from that and what decision we've decided. And it's going to be a little bittersweet. But I wanted to bring up, if you did not watch that stream last night, I recommend you go check it out. You don't have to watch the whole 12 hours. Play it in the background when you're doing something, whatever. But throughout that stream, we talked about the work that we've done with BGM and Solutionary Lifestyle and all of these things. It seems like a bunch of people feel like, I don't know, some people maybe have not understood or not known exactly what we've done, or, you lose certain social media pages and it's new followers and new things. And so people don't do deep dives, or you don't have to do a deep dive. I wanted to put everything in one position for you, and we did that. Appreciate that, Super Weapons. I'll check them out tonight. I was tired as hell last night. So if you didn't watch the most recent video that I posted to the YouTube channel, I posted it in the Facebook page and on the X page too, but it didn't say much. It didn't say much in the sense of people knowing what I pulled from last night's show. And so tonight I'm going to go over that. And on the screen right here, I have one of my first interviews. This was with the NRA blog. And it was Maj Toure, Living the Solutionary Lifestyle. And I think what happens a lot of times is people get confused. They think that because we were doing firearms basics information, that somehow that was bad or in opposition to this thing that we call the solutionary lifestyle. But I had a very important vision of trying to make sure that people got better and holistic from the very beginning. And this interview right here was from that. I'm going to read this real quick. Just I'm going to glance over it. If you guys see, this was October the 3rd of 2016. This was 10 years ago, or close to it. And we were doing this work. And Black Guns Matter sounds interesting, especially with everything that's happening in today's gun culture, but don't be fooled. It's a great cause led by a far greater person. Maj Toure, founder of Black Guns Matter, is a leader of his time. He travels across the United States with one mission, a mission to make a positive impact and educate urban communities on the Second Amendment rights and responsibilities. The beginning, I ain't going to go into that. I'm going to skip to the solutionary lifestyle. You'd think a man of Toure's caliber, out to change the world, his life will be filled with glamour, but he's just like the rest of us. Wakes up, hits the gym, and spends the rest of his day constantly learning new things and figuring out ways to help people. Okay, I'll admit, he's not quite like the rest of us. He's definitely more motivated. Your mind, your body, and your spirit has to be on point. That's the essence of what my entire day is. You'll often see him refer to the term solutionary, a term derived from the root word solution, similar to the derivation of revolutionaries, whose root word is revolve, but difference is in such that a solutionary does not continually revolve around one thing. They see where a particular issue is being attacked, identify the problem, and create a solution for it. He's the ultimate solutionary and is committed to living this solutionary lifestyle, helping, healthing, and wealthing. I want to stop right there for one quick second, guys. What's up, Rob? This article came out almost 10 years ago, a decade ago. And I think it's very important to pause right there for a quick second and let everybody know we will be ending Black Guns Matter free firearms classes as of April the 1st. On April the 1st, the fundraising, the free classes, the everything will be stopping. I've fought this fight, and yesterday's 12-hour-long fundraising stream with over 1,200 people in it got a horrible reception, and that lets me know that the general public does not want this work to continue. It's either people don't like me, they don't like my politics, they don't see the value in it. It is what it is. Okay. I did a video kind of condensing this more recently. It's my most recent post on the YouTube channel. But I want everybody to understand what's going on. We'll probably keep the center. We'll figure something out. But I want everybody to have an understanding of why. And so I wanted to go back a bit, and we got, maybe 45, 50 minutes left. I'm not at a point where I want to continue because I am paying attention to what you guys are showing us. And I don't mean necessarily y'all right now in the chat. I mean the people in general. With 1,200 people tapping in for a stream, and the current state of affairs and the way that Americans generally are right now, I am beating a dead horse. I believe that the general public are very, very complacent. They just simply do not want this model. And that's fine. And I want to be clear, and that's why I went back and found, this article right here that I just read some of, and I'll read a little bit more. From the very beginning, I had an idea that I wanted to put people onto firearms and then take them into a bigger understanding. I've watched some of the people that claim to love liberty, that claim to be my friends, that claim to all of this other shit. I've watched people absolutely, when it's time for me to show up for them, I show up. I've watched people, those same people, completely, absolutely ignore our fucking work. And the irony is, it's not the general public. Like, the general public, you guys, the general public has been awesome. But I also watched the general public put a lot of energy and focus into shit that has absolutely fucking nothing to do with the forward advancement of our country. I just think that the novelty has worn off. People feel like they have won this freedom thing, which we have not. And we've run into the Republican gun slump and all of those different things. And I was reflecting on Malcolm X, who's, if you guys don't know, I think Malcolm X, especially Malcolm X as he evolved, older Malcolm X before he was murdered by, whoever. He died penniless. He died very penniless. He didn't own his home. All of those different things. What's up, Bright? I think I'm going to say broccoli. I think I'm saying that right. Welcome. Fairly new to the channel. Appreciate you. And I don't want that to be me. And I feel like you have to pay attention to the market. If you have 1,200 people watching something, and if you fundraise $2,000, which we appreciate, and if 1,200 people, you say, hey, everybody pitch in $20. If you need $17,000 to end this fundraising, and you can't raise you only raise $2,000, those people are not interested. We may be in a time in society where people just are more voyeuristic. They want to watch and they don't want to engage, and that's fine. But we've put in 10 years worth of this work and we've had some amazing success. But I just don't think that the general public understands the importance of this. And I think that the vast majority of people are just fucking talkers. I think it's easy to say, oh, Biden doing XYZ was horrible because your guy's not in. I think that the vast majority of people on the right in America are very, very unprincipled. I think that if Kamala Harris had won and she was doing a third of the things that this current administration is doing, with Palantir and the surveillance state and going to war and supporting Ukraine like they did, I think that people on the right would have been fighting back, and they aren't because it's their guy. And that highlights a certain level of principle. For me, even with me voting for Trump and saying, hey, this looks like he put together a coalition. The coalition has been destroyed. They are co-opting what it means to be MAGA, and they're incorrect. MAGA does not mean, we just get behind the personality of Trump. That's not what it means. I'm watching libertarians damn near don't even engage with our work anymore. And they don't have to. Nobody has to do anything with us. I'm watching people say, yeah, man, I want to get a class. Yeah, man, I want to get a class. They never get the class. People are laming the fuck out, bro. And I'm going to chalk it as the market is telling you, Maj, that this is something that they don't want anymore. That's all I'm going to chalk it to. Okay? I'm not going to blame it on nobody. I'm going to blame it on the failure of me, or it's just the novelty's worn off. When we started this, my position, this article that's on the screen right now, again, is from October of 2016. The very first article is like, this guy's focused. This guy goes to the gym. This guy's smart. This guy's holistic. This is what was said when we first started. This article right here was one of my very first bigger articles. So I didn't change what my goal was. We've asked, as we talked about in the stream yesterday, we've asked people, hey, do you want us to continue? And y'all say yes. For years, yeah, continue. Hit every state in America. Do this. Do the first 13 city tour. The people on Twitter said, yo, we want you to do this. We asked, and that's the case. So in essence, we are seeing that the response is different now. They don't want it. Bookworm says you have a lot of faith in humans, Maj. That's not a bad thing. I do, but my faith in humans is dwindling. I don't want to chase the people that are bullshitters at this moment. I don't. Bookworm says, also, I think a lot of people are mentally fatigued since COVID. That's fine. That's fine. I can understand that they can have mental fatigue, but this ain't the time. I'm a soldier. I just went through a fucking 7-day fast and then did a 12-day stream. Take this back for a second. Let me ask y'all this in all fairness. And again, I say these things to give everybody an understanding of where my head is. This is not me saying this as malice to anyone personally. Let me ask y'all something. How many people in the last 2 years that you guys have seen me associated with, that I've supported their thing, famous people, whatever, how many of them have reposted any of our work? Any of you don't have to name them, because this ain't about name calling. This is about pointing out an example, okay? How many of the people that you guys know that know me, from the liberty space, from the conservative space, from the whatever space, from the hip hop space, how many of those people have given our work a shout out in the last 2 years? None, really. They don't want to. That's it. And it's not a diss. They are not obligated to. These people know I caught a case. These people know I did this. These people know I did that. They have not helped. They are not interested. I have done, and I'm saying this I'm not saying this from like an arrogant space. I'm saying this by like me going, yo, man, we could take the liberty movement and put it in the hood and da-da-da-da. And I started taking my voice. Bookworm says, tell me who in the last 2 years. We don't got to do this like thing. Just say the person. Who is the person that said in the last 2 years that said, Maj needs help, and this is the great work that he's doing, and go ahead. It's not a diss. It's not a diss. Okay, Bookworm says, does putting you on their platform count? Okay, let's name the people there. Andy Frisella. And actually, that wasn't 2 years ago. That was longer than that. John Stossel was longer than 2 years ago. Willie D. Willie D's a good one. Here's the part about that, though. I don't know if I want to count that. Let me say, and I don't want this to come off. Let me back up a bit. I don't want this to come off ungrateful. I want to be very, very clear. This is not me coming off ungrateful. This is me saying I am fighting for something that my so-called friends and peers, Jason Whitlock was over 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Jason Whitlock won't even touch me with a 10-foot pole now because I've been principled. Jason Whitlock hasn't had me on in 3 years. And let me be very clear. This is the one about the do platforms count? No, I actually don't really count that. Do you know why? Because when I get on a platform, I know I bring a very, very good interview. And you can see in the comment sections. It's not a diss. That's not me being rude or arrogant. That's just me saying, this is what it is. D Simp says it. A perfect example. I don't think he'll touch you, pause, anymore because you challenged him. And if your ideas can't stand up to scrutiny, and if you're my homie, me and my homies go back and forth. I don't diss my homies. I go, come on, guys, come on, man. Because these are the same people that say, don't be a snowflake. Don't be soft. Okay, cool. I'll give you pushback on that. So I don't even know if I count me being on their platform. Their platforms need interesting fucking interviews. And I'm not going to act like I'm not a great fucking interview. We're not going to act like that. So I help their platform as well. The things that I say, my worldview, my perspective, and what I've done, and me articulating what I've done. So I'm not saying this as a diss. My question was, how many people, knowing that we are fighting for something, and these people identify as we love your work, we this, that, and the third, and then they don't highlight the resources. This isn't complicated, but they don't have to. Let's take it off of my celebrity friends and things of that nature for a second. Let's talk about me coming up with ways to hook people up and be on point and all of that. And sometimes people just don't want it for themselves. I'll give you a perfect example. I agree with that, Kymer Shadow. There's always someone listening. And I agree with that. That's why if there's always someone listening, I can make sure that I am communicating effectively with my follower. Royce, I like Royce. Royce doesn't follow me on social media. Royce doesn't follow me. And don't get me wrong, I like Royce. This is not a thing that I dislike these folks. And I want to be clear. This is not me saying these people owe me or any of that. I'm saying the way that I go to bat for people and jump on social media. We talked about this on yesterday's stream. Why I got attacked by Talib Kweli is because I tried to diffuse a situation for New War when I didn't even really know New War like that. And that's how Talib Kweli started the hate campaign homage, because I was going to bat for people. I've went to bat for situations. I came this close to when I saw Killer Mike and Curtis Schoon about to go through it. I came this close to trying to be like, hey, brothers, please, right? And I didn't. Bookworm is like, I don't know, bro. Might want to stay out of that. My point in saying this is this. They just don't want to, and that's fine. The 1,200 people that tapped into the show last night and knowing that it was a fundraising thing, and I kept repeating it. It was 12 hours of me repeating stuff. When I say turn the post notifications on, the vast majority of the people don't. And it's fine. They don't want to. It's the same as me going to the gym with somebody, right? If you accept that this is going to be difficult and I'm going to push you to, I do 5x20 when I'm in the gym. You go heavy and you drop the weight. If you go heavy for 8 sets or 8 reps, 11, whatever, until failure, you drop the weight, maintain the control of the rep and the form. And then after that, you finish the set. We do 5 sets of 20, every exercise, and we do about 5 exercises per body part. That's 500 working reps. If you know that, and I work hard in the gym, and it's going to be intense, and it's going to be in alignment with your goal, I don't want to have to fight you about you doing the work that you said you wanted to improve. I don't want to. There is a smaller amount of people that do want to invest in themselves with someone that has been consistent and been honest about what his goals have been from the very beginning. So that's why this is on the page. This is from 2016. He is the ultimate solutionary and is committed to living a solutionary lifestyle, helping, healthing, and wealthing. You're helping people, you're being healthy, and you're getting your money right. I have failed to get my money right because I have been generating resources and giving it away, killing myself in the process, and the vast majority of the people that show up do not fucking want it. They don't care. They don't care. That's all. They don't care. D says, I've seen you help people start their podcast career. Shamika Michelle. Yep. So today, Q&A. I'm with all of the questions that you guys have. Here's what we're going to do. And again, I have another video. It's the most recent video on the YouTube channel. Go check it out. It gives a breakdown after the show or whatever. Everybody subscribe to the channel. If you like, I'll give y'all guys a perfect example, right? There's people watching on X right now. For those of the people that are watching on X right now, let's get 3 people from X. It's way more than 3 people watching on X right now. 3 people that are hearing the sound of my voice on X right now. Repost this. Just do that. Just hit repost. YouTube, folks, it's a different thing, right? I can see the people that repost to YouTube. I mean, on X, excuse me. Hit the repost button if you're watching this on X. 3 people. Now, my point in saying that is this. I'll come back to that in a second. Since the vast majority of people do not want this anymore, let me read what Bookworm just says. Maj, I'm just going to be honest. There's a reason why most people try to get grants. Most orgs will not last. Hold on. Would not last without the government. That's why they strong arm our taxes instead. When you have put your money where your mouth is, you see what people really support in actuality. 100%. And that's my point. I know where you was going right there, Bookworm, but I agree with you. People are putting their money where they want to put their money at. And they just don't want to put it here anymore. And the people that I work with and want to move forward with are people that I just want to actually fucking do this. Okay? Broccoli just said, of your 39,300 subs, 15 are watching right now. And of those, maybe a few are producers, a couple of innovators, and 1 a remnant. There are 39,000, and some of that is YouTube. That's the YouTube game, right? Out of 39,000 people from YouTube, 15 are watching right now. Out of 39,000, and we just started getting serious about YouTube, and I'm going in the direction of digital and Twitch and Kick and all that other good stuff, and that's the direction, and we'll go over that too. But out of 39,000 people that have subscribed, that made it their decision to say, I want to subscribe to this. They know that there's a Monday through Friday. If these people gave a fuck for real, because they go, you're the only one. The NRA blog said this 10 years ago. You're a serious dude. You're focused. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm a screen. I have a few more things to put on the screen. So it's not just me saying this now. This is me, what I've done for 10 years. So I want everybody to have an understanding that when somebody goes from point A to point B, if a politician says anti-gun, 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 and then they run for office and they go, I'm pro-gun, you got to explain to me how you got from anti-gun to pro-gun. Otherwise, you're just saying shit for the campaign trail. All right? So this is me explaining why I'm switching the model. And I'm giving you guys a history lesson on what we've actually done for 10 years, an appreciation for everyone that's been supportive of it, in the direction that we're going right now. That's all. And me giving you guys backdrop for a legitimate reason. It's not because I'm frustrated. It's not because I ran out of steam. It's not because I ran out of gas. It's not because the Illuminati gave me fucking $800 million. It's none of that. It's Me recognizing that the people do not want this thing in conjunction with I have to make sure that my wealth is solid. D says times are getting tight for the American consumer. Okay, cool. Let's go with that. Then why don't they do free things? Let's go back. 5 to 10 minutes ago, I just said, if you're watching this on X, hit the repost button. There's 62 people watching on X right now. Out of my 50,000 followers on X. This is not me saying that what we present and what we do is not valuable. That's not it. It's most people are bullshit. I said, let's get 3 people out of the 63 that are watching to just hit the repost button. None of them did it. None of them did it. Oh, Keimer Shadow, I'm going to have a Twitch and a kick here shortly. I enjoyed that stream yesterday. I think I could do more streaming and free form conversation. Talking about more serious things with serious people that really want to lock in. I'll give you a perfect example. There's a few of you in here that are in a Solutionary 9, right? There's a routine that goes along with that. There's people that are actually, I just got off an amazing call with a new Solutionary, Jack, and we talked about a lot of stuff. And he's dialed in already. He's been a week or so in, and he's already like, I'll switch my time to waking up to 4 a.m. And man, I'm getting so much done, and I got so much peace at a certain time of whatever. It's about choices, to Terry's point. The people don't want to do this. And I understand why politicians take advantage of motherfuckers. I get it. I don't want to be the person that's going to take advantage of people, and I'm never going to be that. But what I will do is go, most of you don't want it. It's starting to, I'm getting name called, and I don't care about the name call per se, but I could just not do that. I could say, here's the program, here's the classes, here's the merch, make content, stream, and only want to deal with serious people. That's it. It's not a diss. If 1,200 people show up and you need 180 of them to give at the $100 level, and instead of asking all 180 of them to give to get this over with, and they all see, because they follow you. The quite natural response is, even if you said 10% of that is 120, if 120 say, hey guys, give $100, or don't, or you say, hey, 1,200 of you guys, can everybody pitch in $200? Excuse me, pitch in $20 instead of 100? And they don't. And not only that, they don't say anything. They don't type, they don't repost, they don't like, they don't bookmark. These are free things that showcase that they fuck with you. The vast majority of these people don't want that work. When I say some disrespectful shit, when I start beefing with a rapper, when I start going back and forth with Brandon Tatum, when I say something rude about the one chick, Sharika Soul, I had over 1 million views. When I make fun of things, everybody's feeding into the drama and the entertainment. And I'm not a fucking clown. I don't want to be a part of the circus. And most of you are fucking clowns. You are not serious people. I'm sorry if that sounds rude, and I do not want that to be taken on by the people that I know are serious in the chat. I'm now talking about the general public. I do not want to engage those people anymore. So here are the options, because some people are going to say, well, damn, Maj, is this because I missed the damn chat? I missed the live stream, I had to work, or whatever your reason is. Here's the middle ground, and this is what we're going to talk about. This is the website that you all could go to support. We have about 170 more $100 donors needed to get the goal. I want to be very clear. At this point, I do not give a fuck about this goal anymore. Y'all don't want the goal. It is not important to y'all. General public, I mean. It's not important. You don't give a fuck. You do not give a fuck. You're arguing to defend an overreaching fucking government. You're arguing to defend more war. You're arguing to defend shit that we 1000% all seem to all get on the same page when Kamala was running and Biden was in, that these things are bad. The vast majority of my following are fucking NPC at this point. And maybe it's the dead internet theory. That could be a thing. When Elon was going to buy X, he was like, what's up with them bots? We know that bot farms are a thing. That's cool. I don't want to keep extending energy to if you're a real person or you a bullshitter or you a bot. I don't care. I don't want to do that. So we have 170 more slots. You have 2 days. If you would like to be a donor and get access to all of the classes, because that was the fucking thing. I said, hey guys, everybody at the $100 level, you're going to get access to all of the classes. You're going to get firearms basics, civics, understanding imminent threat, know your rights, stop the bleed. You're going to get all of those classes, right? Those classes are amazingly low priced. Let me tell y'all something. April the 12th, even though the price of those classes are doubling, every class is going to be $50. They're $25 now. Every one of them is going to be $50 individually. After April the 1st, right? After April the 1st, you're not even going to be able to get the classes individually that way. Donate to this work. If you do want to be a donor at the $100 level and get access to all of the classes, you can. You can. After April the 1st, you will only be able to get the classes if you get them on solutionaryuniversity.org. And from April the 1st till April the 12th, those classes will stay at the current price, and then the price of those classes will go up. Because I'm tired of fucking with people that don't want to fucking invest in themselves. I just don't, I'm over it. I'm over it. It looks like I'm constantly begging for fucking money. Never mind that I gave all of the fucking money away. It looks like, and I get what Bookworm said. Fundraising and doing this type of energy work, community organizing work, some would call it nonprofit. I don't call it that. Because there is a benefit, all right? Saying this to say, Broccoli says, I know all of the time and energy you put into your project, but paywalls are a guaranteed entry fee. I don't know what you mean by that. Give me a clarity of what you mean by that. After April the 12th, from the 1st to the 12th, okay, so let me tell you why I picked the 12th. April the 12th, we have an amazing Q&A with Jason Basler of the Free Thought Project. If you guys didn't know, our Know Your Rights course is taught by Jason Basler of the Free Thought Project. Okay? That Free Thought Project, he puts in Police the Police. The Free Thought Project alone was like the largest, what do you call it? Freedom, like online community. He got the Free Thought Project on Facebook up to like 5 million members at one point. He's doing our Know Your Rights class. And there's a live Q&A with him on April the 12th. Everybody in here should be a part of that. The only way that you become a part of that is you have access to the class and have taken the class. And you do that between now and April the 12th. Okay? So the reason why I didn't say April the 1st, we raising the price of all of the classes, because I want everybody to have time to get the classes at this particular price point. And that's, let's say, 2 weeks from now. So even then, I'm still giving people more fucking grace and more fucking time. But when it's about Jay-Z fucking rapping, Jay-Z sold out the fucking entertainment. And I love Hov. Hov's my favorite hip-hop artist of all time. Right? But when some people say, oh, it is, what you call it? It's tight right now for Americans. Jay-Z sold out Yankee Stadium 2 nights in a row in less than an hour. Don't tell me about it's fucking tight for Americans, bro. It's not true. It's not true. When every weekend when I'm driving and I can tell that everybody's going to hang out at the bar and strip club. And again, these folks are adults and they get to do whatever they want in a free market enterprise with their hard-earned money. It's not that you don't have money. When I go to Target and I see people buying absolute horse shit, it's bad, but it's not that bad. If it was worse, more people would be serious about this type of work. So I just want to put that out there. There are people making decisions with where they want to put their resources. They don't want what you're giving them. So I'm gonna to Broccoli's point said entropy, meaning it's the sink. It's where you'll lose momentum, audience engagement. I'm gonna make the show will be available. I'll still do the content. I'm gonna lean more into streaming the show. If you guys don't know, there's like 3 videos a day being posted to the YouTube channel. And okay, I'm gonna come at everybody. How many people in the chat right now are subscribed? How many people in the chat have reposted? How many people how many people in X right now? 73. I said, however long ago, I said, hey, let's get 3 people to repost it. It hasn't happened. They don't want to. So if you're saying entropy, meaning losing engagement with what? People that don't fucking engage? I'm going to lose them? Fine. I'll find if there's 2 people that's serious and they'll invest in themselves and invest and put me to work with them and for them, I'll prefer that than 20 people out of, and 2, I'll take those 2 out of the remaining 18 out of the 20. And I can completely ignore the other fucking 18. I want to pretend. I want to stop pretending like I give a fuck about the remaining whatever. Broccoli says, right, but it's about building resonance with radicals. You've got to make them radicals. The content is there. I don't agree with you there. I don't have to make anybody anything. There are people for my avatar, for the direction that I'm going. If everybody wants to, and I'll still have something free for those people. Anybody that wants to know what the Solutionary 9 is, and you can do those 9 activities. They're 9 daily activities that you do to improve. Okay? I'll give you that for free. You can do it without engaging me. You can subscribe to the channel. The content's there. If my content and my mindset and how I articulate a thing does not make you start getting more radical and serious and focused, you're not fucking radical, serious, and focused. I'm not your fucking dad. I shouldn't have to make you motherfuckers. The people that are already at a certain point, that's cool. And there may be somebody that legitimately is like, hey, I am really here to fucking radicalize people. I came in the game. Again, this fucking post, this NRA blog, is from October of 2016. It's not me making it up. I'll give you another example. Boom. Talk about money where your mouth is. This is Ballotpedia. This is my information for when I ran for city council in 2019. So when I'm talking about civics and liberty and understanding the process and potentially putting yourself in it, this is not me just talking. This is my Ballotpedia page from my information from when I ran for city council in Philadelphia in 2019. These are not things that I'm just saying to sound cool. These are things that I'm telling y'all to give you an understanding of I've put time in. We've made great progress. I've created some very, very good firearms instructors. I've created some really, really good Second Amendment people. And I have to evolve because I cannot die penniless. I got people that we going into a different phase. I am only engaging people that are serious. So again, I'm going to say this again because we got 20 more minutes left on tonight. The content will be there. My passion and what I'm talking about will not change. It won't. It won't change. I'll put the content out. I post 3 videos on YouTube a day. I tell everybody, turn the post notifications on. Most people don't. I said 15 minutes ago, hey, if you're watching on X, if you're seeing this on X, there is currently 78 of you watching on X. Hey, if you're watching on, let's say it's half of that. Let's say it's dead internet theory. 78, let's say 80 people. That means 40 people. Let's get 3 people out of the 40 people to repost this on X. All you got to do is hit a button. The people don't want to do it. They don't fuck with it. The vast majority don't. They feel comfortable. They feel complacent. They feel safe. The people that know that we are not comfortable, you got this gnawing feeling in the pit of your stomach that you're not where you need to be. You know you need to be in better shape. You know you need to be smarter. You know you need to be a better shooter. You know you need to be insert whatever. We have a formula and a transformative information based on 10 years of work that we've put together a simple blueprint. And if you'd like some accountability on that, we got an option for you. That's who I want to fuck with. Other than that, I'm going to make awesome gear, lifestyle gear. I'm going to get more into supplements. I'm going to get more into our actual solutionaries that we already got. I'm going to reach out to the people that's like, yo, I want to get better. And we'll curate to that. But as far as the people that chasing y'all to give y'all free classes, I've said, hey, if you want a free class, other people have paid for it. Other people have paid for it. They paid it in advance. They've paid it forward. We've made these classes free to all for forever based on voluntary donations. We did it. I'll say that you might get 4 people to say, give me a class. But then everybody will complain about what the system do, about the too much violence in our communities. These people, the general public, don't fucking want it. They don't. Everybody that's supposedly my friend and the famous people and all that other shit, that when it's like, yo, Maj, we want you to come do X, Y, and Z. They haven't reposted the shit. They don't fucking, they either insecure to stand next to me or they like, he kind of aggressive, pro-gun. My following may not respond to that. But that just means there's reasons why they don't want to. That's fine. We have to go in the direction of the people that really want to fucking put that work in. Ricoli says, that all sounds good. I was more responding to have a bigger tent without going the libertarian big tent route. Nah, I don't want a big tent. I want a smaller and more refined tent of more focused people. And the people that want to take to the message, the free stuff that I'll continue to put out, cool. And we got grace periods, baby. If you do want all of the classes and you're like, this is important and I just missed the thing and I should have donated and I just didn't get to it, Maj, cool. You have today, tomorrow, all the way through April the 1st at midnight. If you want access to all of those classes, because you may not want the 99-day intensively directly working with me, you may not want that. Okay, that's fine. You can be a donor at the $100 level at givesendgo.com/solutionary today, tomorrow, and that day. You can. If it's important to you. I have given up the concept because to me, most of you don't want to do it. Do you know how many people start working out with me? And then because I'm actually sticking to the thing that you said you wanted, they start falling back because I'm too serious about the principles of a thing. They immediately start figuring out a way to fucking waver. I don't want you as a client. You watering down the shit for everybody else. We're in a group setting. I'm supposed to bend to your will when everybody, the serious of the crew, there are men in the Solutionary 9 that are fucking waking up and getting serious about life. I don't want to give energy to the people that want to need me to fucking accountability and being strong and being a team. And you know what I mean? 100%. I'm here for you there. But like, I got to make you a radical. This fucking administration and the loss of the spending power of the United States dollar and the suspending and arresting of your human rights, that ain't fucking radicalize you. It ain't shit I could do for you, champ. Or I could, but the energy that it would take You will have to pay me, but you don't want to pay me because I can't even get motherfuckers to repost on X. They don't want it. Somebody in the chat tell me where I'm fucking wrong. You notice nobody has said any of the famous people or cool people that follow me, that I've opened myself and my energy towards them in a good way. You notice nobody said, oh, what's the name had reposted you a couple of times? Nobody. They don't want to. They don't have to. I'm the fool in the equation. To be honest, they taking care of business for them. I got to do the same. If you serious, that's going to be awesome for you because I'm serious too. If you that smaller elite group, okay, even if it is competitive, yes, it's business. And stop fronting like we friends. I don't treat them people like that. So Bookworm, you got a few like bad takes today. I don't treat, it's not business. Stop. There's enough. These are the same people that talk about abundance mindset. If it's an abundance mindset, if I put you on, you can't put me on. That's bullshit. And I thought we was in competition with overreaching government and our opposition, not each other. I don't agree because it's wrong. It's wrong. If it was about competition, most of these dudes don't shoot better than me. They're not in better shape than me. They're not as charismatic as me. I wouldn't give them the time of day. But like I said, it's not how I'm giving them competition. It's how they're handling me. I didn't come into this game. I seen somebody else, a meme or a video or something like this, right? I said, or the video said, I came to look in your cup to see if you had enough so I could put some in. You looked in my cup to see if I had more than you. We ain't the same. I agree with that. It's rare to find people who really have heart in it. And that's fine. I don't want to look for them people no more. Those people are, if you're serious right now, you'll figure out a way to be in a Solutionary 9. My job is to just tell everybody how I got from point A to point B. If I was anti-gun the whole time and then I'm running for presidency and now I'm pro-gun, you got to tell me how you pro-gun, RFK Jr. So, cool. No doubt. Here's how I got from point A to point B. The straw on the camel's back, the straw on Maj's back was, I did a live. And let me ask you this. How many people do y'all know that reposted that I was doing a money stream? I'll give you a perfect example. My money, that fundraising stream was yesterday on a Sunday. It would have took my libertarian friends nothing to do that. It's not a diss, just a repost. Hey, y'all, Maj's doing a thing. You know what all of my libertarian friends is doing today? A Thomas Massey money bomb. They don't want to. Peep this. These folks know it don't even matter, bro. Shouts to Larry Sharp. Shouts to Larry Sharp. Shouts to Larry Sharp. Larry Sharp has been supportive. I'll support Larry Sharp. Larry Sharp is running for fucking governor. How many people have gotten behind Larry Sharp's gubernatorial fucking run? I have multiple times. Streaming, reposting, whenever I see it, bum, bum, bum. Got Larry on fucking post notifications on X. They don't want to. And it ain't just me. I'm using Larry as an example because Larry's a good dude. That's what it is. So I don't want y'all to think that it's about Maj saying it just about Maj. I'm looking at the landscape. But then at the same time, we be like, yeah, the community. And let me take it off the libertarians for y'all start thinking I'm just talking about the libertarians. I'm talking about across the board, the general public. It's the reason why we getting our ass whipped is because we generally don't work together. So what I'm going to do is separate the wheat from the fucking chaff, and I'm still going to give grace and an opportunity, and I'm going to explain it. Here's the grace. If you happen to come across this or my most recent video about this, it's a shorter video, you can have today, the 31st, and all of April the 1st until midnight. If you're like, damn, I just missed it, Maj, it wasn't personal, I understand, shit happens. You can go to givesendgo.com/solutionary. Let me put it on the screen. You can go to this site all the way until April the 1st at midnight, and you can get access to all of the classes. All of them. Lifetime. All of this information that we learned over the last 10 years, we put it together in a simple, like amazing way. You can take that information, share it with everybody that you want to, no doubt. After April the 1st at midnight. The only way you'll be able to get the classes is not through this. And the classes from April the 1st till April the 12th, after I sit down in our Q&A with Jason Basler from Police to Police and the Free Thought Project. The 13th, the classes that are now $25, all 5 of them, they'll be $50 a piece, which means $250. You'll be buying them individually. And after that, the only way, and then I'll be focusing on for the extremely serious people, because I hear people in the chat saying, yeah, what about this? What about that? If you are one of those serious people that wants direct accountability in a private community and help and all of that other great transformative information in a 99-day intensive, you can join the Solutionary 9. That's what we'll be focusing on. Also, after April the 12th, all of the prices of those individual classes are going up. So you got 2 days to donate at $100 and get access to all of the classes. After that, you can only buy them individually. And you can only buy them individually at that price point from April the 1st to April the 12th. D says, you're giving us an example of why there are only 1% of Americans that are wealthy. What you mean by that, D? I want to expound on that a little bit. Expand on that a little bit. Shouts also to Naldo, who's a new member. That's another thing that I said. I said, yo, y'all guys can just subscribe for $2 a month. Be a member on the YouTube channel or on X. Has it happened? Nope. It hasn't. It hasn't. I want to be clear. This was August the 19th of 2016. I'm just showing y'all what happened. I'm just showing y'all what we was already doing. I'm just showing y'all how all of this has been going on. This work has been happening. And we appreciate the great work that we've done. When we're talking about, well, Maj, what did you, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Let's watch this real quick, y'all. Let's play this.
I'm a retired lieutenant colonel in the United States Marine Corps.
And now I'm at the Walt Disney Company.
Of course it's a commercial.
Disney.
We'll get to that when the commercial goes off. But y'all get where I'm coming from with this. I'm going to play it. Y'all going to see. This is me in D.C. on C-SPAN.
News.
A conversation now on gun rights, the issue of gun violence in this country. Our guest, Maj Touré, co-founder of the group Black Guns Matter. Maj Touré, remind viewers first what your group's mission is.
Yeah, we're basically here to go to the areas where there's high levels of violent crime, as well as that usually goes hand in hand with the restrictions on the human right to keep and bear arms. As we know, most leftist cities across the country, they have all of these gun control restrictions on the people's right to defend themselves, but they go neck and neck with violent crime, robberies, so forth and so on. So we just go there, do free classes, free to all, completely voluntarily funded by the general public for people that want to learn that are absolute beginners.
If somebody's an absolute beginner,
The theme ain't never changed. We can go, and I don't even know what year that was. The theme ain't changed. the people stopped caring. Y'all got comfortable, and that's fine. So I got to continue evolving. And I want to be clear on tonight's show because we got about 5 minutes left. Growth creates separation from people that don't grow as well. And that's fine. If they decide to get more serious, it's an open door to them. But the general public aren't very serious. If it was more serious, right? America wouldn't be in the position that it's in. 27% of the $39 trillion in debt that we are in as Americans to the Federal Reserve Bank. That was printed up during 2 Trump administrations, 27%. That tells me that the general public does not understand what the founders of America said as it relates to usury or centralized money supplies. We solved that conversation in the civics and liberty class. But people don't want to take the civics and liberty class. Hey, who was that asked that question? I think it was D. D said, you're giving us an example of why there are 1% of Americans that are wealthy. And then you said 1% of Americans that are wealthy give it their all, and that's why 99% of Americans are poor. What do you mean by that? If you're saying the 1% are really dialed in, I tend to agree with that. I am past the belief that after 10 years of doing this work, after me saying, hey, we got free classes that somebody paid it forward for you, and then people don't tap in to take care of the free class, and we're trying to give it away to people, you don't want it. You don't. If 1,200 people show up in your live and you raise $2,000 and you say at the next day when you say, hey, this is coming to an end because people don't want it, and then you give an example by saying, hey, there's this amount of people watching on X, 100 people watching on X, 3 people out of however many you're watching. Let's say if half of those is dead internet theory. If it's 100 looking, let's say 50 of them is real humans. Let's get 3 of those real humans to hit the repost button. And they don't. These are back-to-back examples of the American people, the 99%, that are getting taken advantage of by the 1%. And then they only want to complain about the 1%. You didn't do a fucking thing. You didn't. And then when activists and advocates and community organizers such as myself and others show up and say, we're going to do this, y'all. We could do this. Y'all lame the fuck out. Because you're not serious. And the politicians are taking advantage of you because you're not serious. They can shit all over the Constitution because you're not serious. You won't be going down to the fucking local city council meeting. And again, I got it up on the screen. I ran for city council knowing I was going to get my ass whipped. I gave away the money, knowing that it was going to be difficult work. And now I'm just communicating. They don't want it. My friends are not reposting the stuff or this, that, and the third because they don't want to and they don't have to. That's it. If more of my famous friends share the stuff, yeah, we get a boost. But if the people still lazy after the boost, it don't matter. And I'm not willing to compromise my integrity and principles and get more energy off of it by being a fucking buffoon. I'm not Gilly running around with a fucking big clown hat on, tap dancing for these people. I don't do that. So the people that are serious, that are of like minds, we're going to put it through a funnel. We're going to put it through a strainer. Only the more refined and serious go to the next level with me. And if that ain't you, cool. If you don't even want to do that, but you're like, yo, Maj, I rock with you. I just want to buy the merch. Cool, we got some dope merch for you coming. We got mugs. Here's the Being the Bitches Un-American one. Yeah, look at what Ken just said. And Ken's been super. Ken was the one that in the stream last night. Ken jumped from YouTube to X. It was like, damn, this is weird over here. Is they counting the views a different way? Ken did that yesterday. I remember I seen it. Ken just said I reposted twice on X. and shared a couple times on Instagram. I noticed on Instagram that people following me are focused more on reposting what they feel is wrong with the Trump administration. People want to complain more than they want to create solutions. This is the general theme. I don't want to complain. And I don't want to convince. I want to create. I want to help evolve. I want to transform. And I want to help, health, and wealth. So, in summation, guys, because we're near the end of tonight's show. For 10 years, I've given my life to this. The novelty has worn off. People don't like me. They don't like that my politics. I'll take it, whatever that is. It's my fault. I have failed to continue to galvanize the masses. I'll say it that way. So it's all me. I've given examples of how I came to that. And yes, I could have got some boosts in other places. But if the people don't want it, they don't want it. But there's some of you. There's a small, elite, select few of you that are hearing what I'm saying is like, yeah, I got to kind of step it up. I am 1,000% here for you. We have several options for you. You want to keep getting this type of content, subscribe to be a member at $2 a month, YouTube, or X, it's $2. Or if you're like, hey, I need them classes, be a donor between today and April the 1st at midnight. You get access to all of the classes. I'll have your email. The onboarding email will come to you. You mean? Or become a member of the Solutionary 9 if you really want to dial in. Listen, I'm going to get you right. And I ain't going to go easy on you. Ken says, that's no small feat, Maj. That's a different dedication to the people. And they don't really appreciate it. I agree. I think that the people that I've helped appreciate it. But I think the masses, the general public, I'm listening to what people said about Jay-Z's interview just recently. And they're like, and he said a line that I thought he was like, I'm a realist. I'm not an idealist. I'm an idealist and a realist. Now, my ideals will be real, but I got to separate myself from the people that can't see the vision and don't got the drive to try to chase that vision for their own life. It's just what it is. But I watch people just attack Hov for that, and it's like, come on, yo. So, nah, I ain't into it. I ain't gonna do it. Petey, this is a $100 donor. 169 left. Let me see if there was a donor comment or something. Let me put it on the screen for y'all real quick. Let me see. PD Ice, $100. Appreciate you, bro. You about to get an onboard email to access to all of the classes. Appreciate you tremendously. So, guys, we got 2 days left. Well, today, tomorrow, and April the 1st. So let's say 2.5 days. Every donor over $100 level. I agree with that, Bookworm, and I thank you for that. You've done something that no one else has ever done that's not to be sneezed at. And that's great. But I don't want to rest on my past accomplishments. I recognize that we did something. Now let's do something greater. Let's get 1,000 people into the Solutionary 9 and make those people that's already got leadership capabilities, let's strengthen them and then put them out in the world. Let's create bigger and stronger force multipliers and determine where we're going to set our sights. And I appreciate that. 100 from today until April the 1st at midnight. Every $100 donor, there's only 169 opportunities left. You're going to get access to all of the classes. After April the 1st at midnight, that is no longer an option. The donations is done. The free everything is done. From April the 1st to April the 12th, you'll be able to get individual classes at the current price of $25. After April the 12th, April the 13th, the prices of the individual classes go up to $50 and the Solutionary 9. I want to thank you all for tapping in. I appreciate you all. I will see y'all tomorrow at the same time talking my shit. Subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/@Maj2Ray. Become a subscriber on YouTube or on X, $2 a month. And all of the other things that I said are available to you. And I will see you all then. Be safe. Be Solution.